Good morning. It is 5:07 on, I'm going to be pretty confident. Actually, I'm not. I'm pretty sure it's the 11th. Yep, on the 11th of February. I knew it, but I just didn't trust myself. So, I think I had a good sleep. I got to bed pretty late. I think I fell asleep around 9:30 or maybe closer to 10 o'clock. Woke up at 3:40ish, or 3:30, I can't exactly remember. Now, since I went to the gym yesterday, and since there was a party full of kids, since it was packed full of kids, I decided to not go to the gym, purely because the next day in my training cycle is a pull day, and I like to try and work that as much as I can. My back is my number one focus because it helps with my shoulders, helps with my posture. So a lot of the time these days, my back is my focus. So I wanted to have a good session, so I chose not to go to the gym. Did I do any extracurricular activities? No, I did not. Instead, I went up to my housemate's brother's house, and I was talking to him about jobs because he didn't get the job that he was looking at. So I was giving him options, seeing where his head's at, checking up on him, and then seeing what I can do to help him. So I'm going to redo his resume, and then we will go from there. And I just said, if you want to pursue mining, hit me up and I can make some things happen. Oh, well, not make some things, but I can do some inquiries and help as much as I can. But anyways, so besides that, I didn't achieve anything, but I also called up my dentist. I had an appointment on 10 a.m. Thursday, so not tomorrow, the day after. But look, I figure it's going to fuck me over, scheduling wise, if I do it if I wait till the Thursday. So they had a time slot tomorrow, so I'm going to wake up in the afternoon tomorrow and go to the dentist. Yeah, and that way it's still on my first day off, and then I've got 6 days off where I can do my own thing. Besides that, I tried to call my little brother as well, so that way I could get some days sorted for training this week. He is currently busy. Well, he was busy when I called him, so I swung him a text instead. So I told him that I'm free from Thursday to Tuesday. I've got about 6 days where I can train, and yeah, so we'll go from there. I'll try and lock in 2 days. We're going to try and play some catch up. Now, I guess I should go into the gratefulness post. So what am I grateful for today? I'm going to say earplugs. For the first time in however many years, I've slept with some earplugs in, just because my housemate's kids were sick, and I brought home a whole bunch of earplugs from work in the event that, I'd need to try and sleep through the day, and then kids have tantrums and shit, and I just don't trust them. So, but no one, they did not wake me up, so all in all, pretty chuffed there. Now, key focus points for today. I'm going to email back the travel lady from Flight Centre, get that sorted. I need to read my book when I get to work, maybe go for a run when I get home from work, but I'm leaning towards doing as little as possible because I think it's more important that I just go to bed as soon as I can. Now, the main reason why I don't actually go to bed as soon as I can usually is because I find that I only sleep for X amount of hours. So if I go to bed straight away, I'm usually up by like 1 o'clock, midday, something ridiculous. I wake up way too early and I can't get back to sleep half the time. So I purposely push it out so that way I generally sleep a bit longer. But tomorrow is different because it's going to be my first day off. So I want to try and wake up as soon as I can, do as much as I can throughout the day then, once I have my little nappy nap, and then it helps just reset me back in line for day shift. So yeah, that's one of the plans. I think I might just even fast today. Yesterday's session wasn't super physically demanding. I did have some more food after I finished up my post in the morning. I had another shake and I had two spoonfuls of peanut butter, and it turns out you can choke on peanut butter if you just smash down a lot of it and don't have any liquid to go with it. It just gets, who would have known that it gets stuck in your fucking throat and then you can't swallow, and it's just, yeah, it's not a good time. So learned a very valuable lesson. Don't eat so much peanut butter all at once, and if you do, wash it down with some water. Otherwise, yeah, not a good time. But so I did do that, but yeah, yesterday wasn't super physically demanding. So I just decided that today I might just try fast tonight. I don't really need to eat anything. I feel, and then if I do get hungry though, I've got protein in my bag. Should be right. Besides that, it will be maybe looking at redoing my friend's resume for him, and I think that's mainly the majority. A lot of it's just scheduling things on my days off. I might give my sister a ring, or either one of my sisters. I might go down and do something for my sister's birthday, which was the other week, which I was at work at the time, and I didn't go down last days off just because I just got caught up, and if I'm being completely honest, I just forgot, and that's on me. I must say, I've been listening to the Tim Ferriss podcast on my way to work, and I'm listening to a bloke I think he's a writer, and it just makes me think that I don't know if writing is what I want to do, but storytelling in general is more or less what I'd like to do, I think. But look, and the other thing that I did look at was I googled the personal training courses. So I might even go in on Thursday after my gym session and see like what's happening there, like where they're at, and like see when the next part-time one is, just because it doesn't matter how long it takes me, as long as I just do it. That's the main thing, right? I can just do it in my spare time, and I think it's just, by the time I finish, I think it's something that I want to do for the year, and I think it'll be really good because, you know, let's just say I do hypothetically move overseas. It's just another skill that I have. Is it going to be less useful than a training and assessing certificate like I originally planned? Well, yeah, it is. It's going to be less useful, but I think it's closer to something that I want to do, and that's, at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. People get so caught up in money, and I'm just not about that. I don't really care, I guess. I'd rather, I figure, like, in a lot of successful things, whether it be people or, actually no, mainly a lot of successful people, they say to find something that you actually like doing. So I think that I think I should start following that, and that's why I'm so proud of my little brother and my little sister. They're leaps and bounds ahead of me, because like my little sister, like they both run their own business for something that they love doing. Like, so in terms of personal growth or something along those lines, they are leaps and bounds ahead of me, leaps and bounds, and I could not be any prouder of them. That's why I go to them to help support them for their endeavors. You know, I train with my little brother and I pay him, and then my little sister does like my brows and stuff. Now, do I pay my little sister? No, but she's okay with that. And then I said to her that I can help her do some marketing, because that's one of my strengths, I guess. It was one of my strengths, but we'll see how we go these days. Let's see if we can make some kind of awesome TikTok or Instagram, or even just help develop a website. Let's see what we can do in that front. Now, I don't think I have got too many more goals for today. I'm pretty sure I've discussed them, and I'm more or less like. And then, as I always say, the best way to do them, or the best plan, is I like to set alarms on my phone. I'm actually to the point where I've set so many alarms on my phone that it's like you can't have more than 100 alarms, and I kind of hate that. But I mean, look, is it a bit excessive? Absolutely. Why the hell do I have 100 alarms to begin with? Well, because I'm forgetful. I call it my early onset dementia. Anyways, I'm going to keep driving to work so I can... Well, actually, I need to make it... I'm going to go call my siblings and see what their plans are for the weekend, and then we shall go from there. So I might even just talk to you on the drive home. We can do a big old recap perhaps, and then I can maybe finish. I might even just do the evening post on the way home, and then when I get home I might do the mindfulness post, because technically it's a new day. Otherwise I might just do the mindfulness post when I wake up. So I will talk to you later. Good morning. It is 6:24 on the 12th. It must be the 12th today. I'm pretty sure yesterday was the 11th of the 12th of February, and I've finally finished work for the week. I am fucking over the moon. Had a pretty good night, I must say. I mean, all things considered. Had some specialised training at work for our role, so that was really good. No, it was just, I think, look, overall, pretty good work week, you know. I didn't fast. I ended up caving. I stole a pie and some bread rolls from the fridge. Maybe stole is the wrong word. I think just helped clean out the freezer. I deleted things that I shouldn't have deleted by accident, and then I had to fix it up, and oh, what a time. But look, and then look, I think one of the highlights was, you know, I worked with another girl from my last place, and I got to do handover with her today, so I see her once a month, so that was lovely to see her. Yeah, no, honestly, I'm pretty stoked. I'm just pretty stoked to finish work. Oh, here's a funny thing though. So when I finished work, I was carrying this 2.5 kilo tub of protein out. And then one of the girls was like, oh geez, bloody, I hope you're not gonna eat that all in one go. And I was like, oh, look, I might shit myself if I do. And then I said that to another big boss as well. Probably shouldn't have said it to him either. But we're all pretty laid back. We're all pretty chilled. Like we all make stupid jokes, and we all just say stupid things, and it's great. Like, and then it's funny because this lady named the the lady that's managing the ERT interviews, I ran into her, and she already knew who I was before I'd actually officially met her, because it turns out that she met my mum at the gym, and yeah, so she was like, oh, you might know my son, he works out at the Ackland mine. And then yeah, so she knows all about me before she'd even met me. It's fucking hilarious. So then I was just making stupid jokes like, oh look, how's it gonna go with my application? She's like, oh well, you know, it depends how well we interview. And I'm like, look, I can go and give someone CPR in that car park right now if I need to. And she was like, no, it's okay, it's okay. And I was like, look, I'll eat this entire type of protein if that's what it takes to get into ERT. She's like, oh, I admire the dedication. And we're just making stupid jokes. But no, yeah, it was really, really, really awesome. And I'm really looking forward to hopefully joining the emergency response team at work. I'm super thrilled. But yeah, so besides that, I think that was probably one of the funniest things that happened at work. Actually it just happened just now, as I was leaving. So yeah, but I did manage to read my book before work. Managed to read 10 minutes there, and I didn't get to redo my friend's resume for him. I had a fair bit on, so I just couldn't get around to it. So yeah, I had a pretty busy, realistically I was chasing my tail in the end, just trying to finalise everything before the end of shift. And on our big changeover days, it always takes a bit longer because, you know, it's a brand new crew and we're just trying to pre-warn them before they get there, so that way everyone knows what they're getting into. But yeah, no, honestly. So now my main priority is just to get home and get to sleep ASAP. That is the number one thing. Get to sleep ASAP. I did manage to message back my little brother, and I've booked in for Thursday at the gym. I asked him if he can do earlier than 1 p.m. Just because the later I leave it, the less likely I am to do it, or the less enthusiastic I am to do it. I find anyway, personally. So yeah, I did message my brother back. I need to call the flight centre lady today to finalise paying for my Kentucky tour. Well, I'm not going to pay it, but I'm going to pay the deposit today, and then we'll go from there. I'll work on sorting that out. So all I've got to do is pay the minimum, and then I'll get the flight centre lady to start booking the flights. And yeah, it's it'll be really good. Start getting that rolling. So I'll have to probably set a reminder. I might even send her a quick email on the way home. And just so that way I let her know that I have acknowledged it, I am going to do it, to lock me in, and that, let's just get the ball rolling. Let's just fucking do it. So besides that, the main point for this afternoon is going to be, I've got the dentist at 3:45, so I need to be up by, let's say, 3 o'clock. Or probably even earlier, probably 2:30, give me time to wake up. And then if I leave home at 3 o'clock, gives me time to get in with the school traffic. So that's the main thing there. Get to bed, get up around 2:30, and then I have to look at exercising. I do want to go to the gym. I don't know if I'm going to go to the gym when I'm in town, because if I am going to go, I might as well do it in town, because it won't be as busy as going out, outside of town here. So those are my thoughts on that. So yeah, I'll probably pack as if I'm going to the gym. I think that's the smartest idea. Then besides that, I can get into doing some website work tonight, finalising the XP stuff. Maybe even getting in and maybe trying to find out some rough numbers for what I would have done January. I know how much time I spent running. Oh, the other thing that I did was I tried tracking my afternoon reading session. I didn't categorize it as reading as what I normally do, just because I'm trying to simplify and break up how I track my data. The data gets categorized into the type of activity, and so when I put down that reading and stuff is in the other category, it doesn't register, like it lumps all of the other stuff together, so reading and guitar together, and I don't really want that because I'm looking for something quick that I can just check. The only issue is that all the things that I do, like I want to get into tracking my running, my swimming, my cycling, so those 3 are out. So maybe it might be some kind of racket sport or some kind of team sport. I've got to check to see what my phone registers, and then I might just use that as the new thing. So yeah, and then it shouldn't affect my activity level a whole heap, because it's going to say that, you know, my heart rate's going to be really, really low, hopefully, and then it doesn't assign a ridiculous amount of calories to it. Like that's the theory anyway that I'm going for. But we'll see how that all pans out. It's all just fine tuning. But anyways, I'm going to keep driving home. Going to do a bit of karaoke, as I like to call it, because, you know, it's driving home is always it's always a bit rough. I don't feel too bad. I actually feel pretty good. Like, I don't know why, but when I'm going home, I always feel fucking on top of the world, like on my last shift. So we'll see how we go. I should be fine for the rest. It's only like 20 more minutes to get home, but I will I'll talk to you at home for the end of the mindfulness post. I just thought I'd give a little update now. All right, so it is 7:35. In bed. I've got the aircon going in the background, so the audio might be a bit fucking how you going. But I'm just gonna get it done. So what did I learn today? I learned about sound acoustics, how they work, and just I thought I could do it with the aircon running in the background. Turns out I can't concentrate. So yeah, I learned about sound acoustics, on how sound works. I learned about the sound system at work, on how it generates the number that we see, that it's not just the noise that we're hearing being shown as a decibel reading. I learned what frequencies our microphones pick up. I learned about tonal frequencies, and I actually learned a lot about acoustic kind of science, I guess you could call it. So that was really cool. It was really hard to follow though, so I'm getting him to send through some reading material that splays out the science behind it, so that way I can break it down, because like I explained to him, I understand things a lot better when I break it right down, figure out how and why things work, and then it just helps me moving forward with understanding things. So what did I learn today? What positive things happened? Look, last shift of work done. Had a good night. Yeah, look, read my book, and those are pretty much. Oh, and look, I went over and went and made sure that someone was okay. I messaged my little brother about training, and then I need to email my travel agent and get that sorted. I'll do so that way I can do it when I wake up this afternoon. Yeah. So I didn't do a lot in the fitness space, but I'll do fitness stuff this afternoon. I'm pretty sure. So, self-reflection and notes. Overall, am I, like, I didn't track my calories and I didn't exercise. Did I eat within reason to a certain degree? I think the main thing is just don't overeat. Just have, just portion control. Don't have too much of the bad stuff. Actually, that's a terrible phrase because there's no such thing as bad stuff. Well, I mean, there is, I guess, but like everything's fine in moderation. Just don't be a dick about it. So, yeah, I think it's just we get so caught up in things that people just label food as good and bad, but it doesn't work like that. So yeah. So even though I didn't do those things, I still accomplished a bunch of other things today. And yeah, and that's still something to be proud of. And I think the main focus right now is just going to bed, just so that way I can not waste my entire first day. Because I used to try and stay up, but then I was getting to like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'd fall asleep, and I'd wake up at like midnight, and then my sleep schedule would just be all fucked. So I find that now that I'm an old man, it's just easier if I go to bed as soon as I get home, wake up in the afternoon, and then my sleep schedule is not as bad, and it's easier to recover. Yeah, so overall, it's a positive day. Every day above ground is a good day. Yeah, let's go with that. Anyways, it's bedtime, so outro stuff. Oh, what did I do today that scared me? I should probably ask that question. I don't know if it scared me per se, but just going over and offering assistance to someone, I guess. Or even, yeah, I'm going to say helping out someone that I don't exactly really know that well. I think because it's not something that I usually do, so therefore it's out of my comfort zone. I think. I'm pretty sure that's the right kind of logic. But yeah, I think that's right. Anyways, just from I need to do the outro. So remember, you're enough. You've got this. The world is a better place with you in it. Go crush some goals. Go kick some ass, or eat some ass. Whatever you're into. I'll talk to you this afternoon.